$20,000 to $60,000. That's how much the City of Toronto estimated it was going to cost to repair St. James Park, which the Occupy Toronto protesters made their home for a month. But as Andrea Puno tells us tonight, the price has now dropped to zero. Andrea.
Yes, and Gord, the grass here at the park has been reduced to nothing more than mud, as you can see here, after Occupy Toronto protesters set up shop here for 40 days. But thanks to a big donation of green, things are getting back to normal at no cost to the taxpayer.
We built this from the ground up. We've been pruning trees. We've been actually creating mulch beds around trees. We've aerated the soil.
It's a tall order, but more than 50 companies are jumping into action, generously donating their time and materials to rebuild St. James Park.
Don't you guys have any shame?
Over the course of 40 days, Occupy Toronto protesters set up, moved in, and were ultimately kicked out, leaving a trail of destruction behind.
When I saw nothing but dirt when I came here, it just had volume, so we had to do something.
6 truckloads of sod have been delivered, and it'll be laid tomorrow by about 150 workers, and they'll be covering about 11,000 square meters of ground here at the park. What is it that you're doing?
What am I doing? I'm I'm leveling up the soil here, spreading it out.
Our own Frank Ferragini will be lending his green thumb in the efforts to help restore St. James Park. Watch for exclusive coverage on CityTV's Breakfast Television starting at 6 a.m.
The people who should be footing the bill for this, well, we know who they are.
I think that's very generous of all those companies to do that, and very nice.
Really impressed with the way they stepped up and helped us out. We've been looking forward to this. It's been quite the mess for the last month, so it's a really good thing.
With damage pegged at about $50,000, these lawn experts say about 550 families will reap the environmental benefits from the new sod that'll be laid throughout the park.
We're going to make good use of everybody so that we can to make a difference, and I think next spring the people will be pleasantly surprised when this park comes back to life.
And City Councillor Pam McConnell is now joining us live. This burden would have been put on the taxpayers. What do you think of all these companies generously donating their time and materials?
Well, they're angels. I mean, really. Doesn't it tell us that Torontonians and people come to everyone's aid? And it's a wonderful, wonderful holiday story. They've come forward. They've laid this all down. Look at the trees they've got. They're ready for winter. And tomorrow it'll all be green. And then we'll just have to stay off it, because next week we'll be lighting it up in the next week from another donation from one of the unions. So everyone is helping in this, and I'm very appreciative, and our park is very appreciative.
Very good, and very early Christmas gift, I'm sure.
Yes,
Thank you very much, Pam. Now the sod will begin to be laid right here where I'm standing tomorrow. Of course, it'll stretch the entire park, and by this time tomorrow evening, the entire project is expected to be complete. And as Pam touched on this, experts are asking that anyone who uses the park not step on the sod until at least the ground freezes. Live at St. James Park, I'm Andrea Puno. Back to the newsroom.